Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's super great having you guys here today, and it's good to be doing another video for you today. So before I get into the video, guys, just want to say thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing, and also for just commenting and actually just being here, watching my channel, basically learning and earning, and actually just supporting me. I really appreciate you guys, and just want to say thank you all the way. I hope you guys are doing well, and I also hope you guys have been finding my content valuable. So today's video, I'm gonna share with you guys my story of how I lose $300, 300 and something. So we're just gonna say $300 in Bitcoin. So this was around from November to December, maybe the early part of January. Bitcoin went to 100 and I think a nine $109,000. So I'm gonna show with you guys what happened, the lessons and everything, right? So the thing is, you must be saying, I used to post a lot of trading videos, right? And basically how I trade, the way how I trade, all of that. I was sharing with you guys all of that, right? And I was sharing with you guys. From the new year start, I stopped posting in last year. I also stopped posting in the new year. In February, I start back posting and everything. So just wanna share with you guys my story, right? So with this account, the Marjax account is an account where when you're trading with this account, you're trading with your full margin. I share with you guys this in other videos, but I don't think I've explained to you guys. And maybe when I tell you my story, you guys will know exactly why I always mention this to you guys. You want Marjax is an app where you trade with your full margin. Meaning, let's say you have two a $20 worth of Bitcoin, right? And you decide to place a trade. You're placing that you can do isolated trade, but you have to have, okay, let's say you're using $5. You have to have $10 or more to go into another trade. So just okay, I'm gonna give you guys step by step. I hope you guys understand. If you don't understand, you can comment down below. I'll explain it to you as I go back. So just remember that as I'm talking what happened, right? I was putting positions. Now I'm gonna go over to my, you can see in my portfolio now I have 5 cents, right? Okay. Now I'm gonna go over to my trades. I wanna go over to that and I wanna go over to positions, right? Okay. Order history, positions. Yeah, I wanna let it stay in positions. And I'm gonna go down. I want to find like in November because that's when I was placing my trades, right? I think I started with $20. And how I started with $20 is I put a $5 in, $3 in, $2 in, dollar, and I was able to earn $20. And that's how I started off. I started placing trades, and that's how everything started. So I'm looking for November. Okay, so this is November the 13th. November. Okay. So you guys see I was going short. I was going long and I was going short, right? And then after that, I started seeing that the market was changing, right? And I started to do cross margin. You guys can look on the right hand of the screen on the 12th and the 13th of November. You can see I'm doing cross margin. Look at the position size, right? I was doing just normal because once you okay, let's say you have a $5, you can go. You have a $5 in your in your account in your margin. You can go up to a couple X, like a certain amount of X. But when you go like cross margin, you can build a bigger portfolio. So having like $20, I was going cross margin. The market was going up, right? So you can see positioning 18, 40, 50, 17, 27, 50. You can see I'm going up in like my sizes, right? So this was now November the 14th. You can see I'm going long all the way. Everything is long, everything is cross margin, everything is just a good size. And I'm doing like Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Filecoin, Bitcoin, Casper. Guys, I'm doing all of these things. And of course, I had $20 in my account. So at this time, I was also taking profit and I was also placing position. So as the position my margin gets bigger, I'm going to show you what I did. If I go to my account, you guys, okay, so okay, you guys can see that I have a little bit of USDT Tether, I have a little bit of USDTC, I have a little bit of Bitcoin, and yeah, I also did have some Litecoin, and I also did have some Ethereum, right? So yes, guys, so that's how I have to spread my cryptocurrency so that my margin won't go away. But I have majority of my holdings, I have it in Bitcoin, right? So yeah, so now I stop like placing trade for like $50, $40, $20. I'm now placing trades for like 90. I'm adding on to my trade. If you guys know how I trade, once the as you guys can see, I'm all long and I'm all cross margin long, right? So you guys can see whenever I close a trade, that position now gets bigger. You understand, right? So I'm doing that. I'm setting more trades. Like I basically I'm going long, I'm going cross margin. Like I am I am earning profit, and this one I'm taking it out, putting another cryptocurrency, and then I start to do $100. So I put $100 in Ethereum, right? The position you can see here, 16 November, right? And I was doing good. I was also doing video at this time. I was showing you guys how I was doing, right? You can see now $180 in Ethereum because I'm adding, because I'm earning on the smaller tokens and I'm taking profit and I'm adding it to like Ethereum, Solana, Bitcoin Cash. I'm making those positions bigger. And with this money making app, you can open multiple Ethereum portfolios, no, not portfolios, trades, right? So I can have 5 trades with Ethereum. But if you can look at the margin, you can see I'm open Ethereum with USDT on the 16 the open 13th of November. I closed the 16th, right? 100 and something for the size. Ethereum here, same, right? So you can see I am using different I'm just using like different cryptocurrency to buy more and more, right? So I will start a portfolio, and then I will add more to that. I will start a trade and I'll add more to that trade. As time goes by, my portfolio was getting bigger. You can see I'm setting size at $474 and November the 17th. And this was with Bitcoin, right? I'm going long on Bitcoin. You guys can see when I started, I was going short and I stopped going short. From then, when I stopped going short in November, everything was long and cross. Everything was going long and using cross margin. And that $20 that I had, you can see now I'm placing a size of 400, 500, 100 trade, right? 1,000. And I, this is when, guys, like my portfolio was doing very well. I was taking profit with margin like of $1,000, I was taking profit, sometimes $30 profit. Just on one trade, I was taking that profit. I was doing well, right? As I told you guys, it was from a $20 to a $300. I just leave it. I look at it, it was going nice, it was going well. I was taking profit doing this. And afterwards is like I put more into Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? And then I take all my earnings out and I put it in on Bitcoin, but I was still cross. And it seems like I forget that I was cross margin, right? Because I was earning so much, I didn't wanna stop doing the cross margin, right? So I keep doing that. I keep setting more trades. But the thing is, guys, when you're what I learned is that whenever you are trading and you make a profit on a a trade, don't think you can go back to that trade and make that same no. You it will never happen. Don't think you can go back. You have to wait until the market go back to the original state before. You have to. So there is this thing called um resistance and resist. So you have resistance, right? And then you have another word. But you have to, it's like where you buy and where you sell. You have to wait till that market go back down. If you don't and you want to think you can set a trade anywhere, you will get liquidated. And that's what happened to me, right? And of course, I was in Ethereum, like I was setting cross margin trade and I was setting just too much of my earnings. And that's when I got liquidated, right? And when I got liquidated, I started going short because I realized that the market now turned because it has to go back to the previous. But what happening? People were still buying. So when I see it was going back up, I started going back long and I started going back cross. Think I could have done the same thing. Well, no, no. As you guys can see, the market was just going down and I run with it and I started to go down. And I said too short and the market just liquidated me out of those. And I started going back long because I want to replicate what I did here when I was setting the 1000 Ethereum, the 400 Ethereum, all that. I want to replicate it again up here, but I now I know that it will never happen. It will never happen. Once you set a trade and you take your trade, you need to leave the market and go invest that trade into something, invest that profit into something. Don't think you can go back into the market in the same cycle, that same cycle, and do the same thing. It won't happen. And I have to learn that the hard way because I was trying to do it again. You can see I was setting different trade with Near Protocol, Polkadot, Solana. I was trying to do the same thing again, but I was just getting liquidated from liquidated. This is only showing the position. This is not showing you the liquidation. This is only showing you the position. And at that time, I don't know if I noticed I was on cross margin or I didn't know. I was a certain trade. I don't even know if I know that I was on cross margin. And that is when the market just started to liquidate everything that I have. Everything. It was just liquidating everything. I tried to um so when the market dip, I'll try to go short, then so it just wasn't working. And that's how I lost. Now, with the lesson that I learned is just what I said to you guys before in the beginning, right? When you're in a crypto cycle and you see that you have made your profit, you need to accept your profit, take it, and go and invest that money. Like now, if you are going to Because the thing, you were taking profit off for someone buying. If you're gonna go back into that cycle and buy, people will use your buying to take their profit, and then that's exactly what happened to me. Now, from I lose that $300 in Bitcoin, have I made back that? Have I bought back that amount of Bitcoin since the year started? No, I haven't. And this is the reason why I haven't been doing any trades, because I want to buy back that $300 worth of Bitcoin before I start trading again. I'm not really a trader, but when I see the opportunity, I go and take it. But the thing is, if you don't know, this was my first, because I started buying Bitcoin in 2022. So at that time in 2024 November going to December, I thought that was the bull market. So I I was excited. I thought it was gonna last like 6 months, as what they always say, six months. So I was like, okay, let me see how far it can go. But I just leave it there, because if you ever trade with cross margin and you buy at a good level, and you see the market goes up, you will know what I'm talking about. The market will, like, your account will surprise you. Your account will surprise you. And that's the reason why I said I just can imagine what a real bull market will look like. Because if that wasn't the bull market then, and I could turn $20 into $300, I don't know, $300 worth of Bitcoin. It's not like it's $300, right? So yeah. So maybe that Bitcoin would be, I don't know. Yeah. So once I go ahead and actually bought back my $300, $300, not 300 Canadian, $300 like US dollars in Canadian, that's when I am going to, cause this and this portfolio is in USD. It's not in Canadian, it's in US dollars. So once I go ahead and do that, then I'm gonna share with you guys. But this time I will earn more, and this time I'll actually take my profit. But this time, I'm sorry to say, guys, but I will have to trade in silence. You know what led me to not take profit? Because I wanted to make a statement. I wanted to say, oh, I have turned $20 into something more. Uh, but now I have to say to you guys, I have turned $20 into $300 and I've lost it all. And one of the reasons why I lost it all is because, too, I'm not really saying like I'm taking the like I'm taking the blame away from myself. It was I didn't take the profit. I didn't send the Bitcoin to my wallet. And the reason why I did not send the Bitcoin to my wallet, okay, I'm gonna go into Bitcoin and I'm gonna go into withdraw, and I'm gonna, okay, I want to know the minimum. Okay, so this is the minimum to cash to make a withdrawal, right? What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna Google. Okay, let me go back here and see. So 22002. I'm gonna go to the. I'm gonna go to Google, right? So you guys can have an idea what I'm talking about. So 0.2002. Okay. So this was 190 something right now. You have to understand, back then, I think the price would be more. The price would be more. So yeah. So what happened is that I think you have to have like a certain amount of Bitcoin. And what happened to me is that I have the $300. I think the value to take out the $300 was I wouldn't get the $300. So I needed $50 more. If you guys understand what I'm saying. So based on the value to take out the Bitcoin, I need to pay a fee of $50. So I didn't have enough for fee and to take out that the amount that they wanted. So I was saying that let the market go up a little. But at that time, I still haven't closed my trades. What I was supposed to do, I was supposed to close that trade and let the value of Bitcoin go up on that. But even if I have done that, even now, I wouldn't have taken out my Bitcoin and sent it to my wallet because the I didn't I still won't have enough. But I still said, okay, I won't close my trades. I will just hold my trades until I make enough profit so I could send out the minimum that they want and I could have the $50 fee to actually send it out, right? So because of that stupid mistake, then I lost everything. If only I would hold on to the Bitcoin and just hold on to the Bitcoin, just hold on to my profit. Like that's the thing, guys. When you make profit, hold on to your profit. Don't think that you can go ahead and use your. The only thing that I would say, if you're going to do that, let's say you put $50 in the market and you make $200. If you're going to take out the profit that you make, which is the 150, and start again with your $50, or even put your $50 aside and then trade again with the 150 you had made, it would be better. But I was trading with the whole my margin that I put in plus my profit. I had everything in one trading just to make a extra profit so I could take it off the platform. So because I didn't close any of my trades, the whole portfolio got liquidated. And now I am left with 5 cents in my portfolio. It's not really 5 cents. I think I have like about 12 cents, but I end up placing some trades and I end up got liquidated on those trades as well. So guys, just to understand my point, right? Once you earn a certain amount of um profit, you want to take your even if you cannot take your profit off the platform, close your trades. Because if you don't close your trades, you haven't made that profit. And that's what I've learned. And I knew this. I knew this. This is something that I knew. So I don't know why I didn't do it. But and that's the reason why I would have to trade this trade that I have. I think we're in April, so we have like I would say 8 months in this year, and those 8 months, I'm gonna have to trade in private, and then maybe at the end of the year, I show you guys what had happened, because things that I know that I should do, I am not doing it because I was focusing on the statement that I want to make, and that's the thing that head up slaps me in my face, right? Just want to share that with you guys. Just want to share with you guys that um these things can happen. These things can happen. The other day I mentioned to you guys that I was just sending some Litecoin and I send it to the not Litecoin, Matic, and I send the Matic to the wrong address. These things happen, but these things happen when you're not focused. And I talk about this all the time, but sometimes it just happens. Like it's just life. You have to really stay focused. Sometimes it doesn't matter how a person might say something, or even you yourself might understand something and know it. It's just that things happen in a particular time that you don't even understand yourself. Have you ever been like I don't know if you this had happened to you guys. Like maybe you had your old books that you use in school, right? And you were looking at the way you were doing even some maths, and these maths are so easy. And in that time when you know this, you were saying that why did I get this wrong? Like I know this, but these things just happen because you were focusing on the wrong thing at that time. And that is the reason why you have to be very focused when it comes to trading, right? So yes, guys, I was there. I was lying down. I was looking at my portfolio. Bitcoin was 100 and something, maybe 106,000 or something, and I was just like smiling. I was just like, okay, what should I do? I'm asking myself, what should I do, right? And I was like, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I should have closed all my trade because I've made profit. I've made my profit. I've made it. I've done well. So why did I want to go the extra mile? I am really not sure, guys, but that's what happened. And I just want to say to you guys that just focus on what you're doing. I think when you do things in silence, it's just really better because no one is like looking over your shoulder, right? So yeah, and just want to say to you guys, God's willing, um at the end of the year, let's see how the bull market will goes, and I will share with you guys what has happened. Just want to keep that all into consideration, guys. So yeah.